many Muslims are celebrating Ramadan from today. And here we are joined with Yorkshire Voice reporter Zoha Shah.
So yeah, it's the first day of Ramadan and I am fasting right now.
So, yeah, you're fasting. So explain to the viewers what fasting is, for those who don't know.
So Ramadan is a holy month for all Muslims. We start it every year. It happens every year. From sunrise to sundown, you have to fast, and then you can break your fast at sundown, which is called an iftar. And kind of like a little snack before sunrise, it's called suhoor. So that's like preparing, for the fast. Then you pray and then you go back to sleep in normal routine. So today I started fasting at 3:05 a.m. and I will break my fast at 8:52 p.m. So yeah, that's what can happen today.
So is there a specific time that you're allowed to start eating? Like if you?
Yes, so it's when it's sundown, exactly. It's called Maghrib time, where it's a prayer time in Islam, and that's after you pray. You can you have khujur, dates, or water, and then you can pray and then have food after that.
Okay. So what is the purpose of Ramadan? Where does Ramadan originate from? Yeah.
So, but I mean, as long as what I've been taught is because it helps you spiritually. It's something that I've experienced myself. If I told you that at 10 a.m. I felt really hungry, even though I didn't have anything in the morning, like breakfast, like I usually do. But today, even though I have nothing, I don't feel hungry. So it's kind of like the strength I have because I know it's Ramadan starting and it's not just another day when I'm not going to have food. So it's spiritually, it makes me stronger. And I think it's really good for the body as well to fast for a few days. It helps you cleanse your own body.
Is Ramadan celebrated only once in the year, or is it?
So it's once in a year for the whole month. Ramadan is basically an Islamic month. So if you've got January, February, March, you've got Ramadan and then other months as well. So it's just an Islamic calendar which occurs every year. Just like Christmas for you guys. So at the end of Ramadan, we have Eid to celebrate the end of Ramadan, and then we have food, and then we visit our relatives and give them bless them, say Eid Mubarak. So even now we say Ramadan Mubarak to everybody because it's the start of today.
And so is it hard fasting? Is it a challenge?
Well, it's my first year fasting in the UK, so fingers crossed on that because I don't know. But it's right now I'm feeling okay. I don't feel like it feels like any other day, and even though I haven't had anything to eat, it just feels the same. But back home, I never felt like I had to break a fast because I was really hungry or I was feeling very weak. So I think it's a strength given from Allah to us to fast, even though we don't eat on the whole day or drink anything.
So how old were you when you started fasting?
So if I tell you, you might not believe me, but my first fast was at the age of 4.
Really?
And then I started fasting properly for the whole month since the age of 7. So they try to start us young. So when we actually have when we come to an age like this, it's not a problem for us to fast. We don't face any challenges, even though we have to be out in the world, work and go to school or go to university, stuff like that. So it's not hard on us.
And is there any exceptions to if say someone who can't physically do it, is there any exceptions to who cannot physically fast? Or?
Yes, so if you're ill, for example, I have an uncle who has diabetes. So he can't fast because he has to take his meds. So if you're ill and if you really need your meds while, the whole time period, then it is exceptional for you to take your meds because it's not you don't want anything to happen to you, so
And for anybody who's taken part in the fast for the first time, what advice would you give them?
I'd say, like I did tonight, I had yogurt for suhoor. So yogurt really helps you not being thirsty the whole day. So I say the last thing you eat is have yogurt and little water. Don't eat a lot in iftari, because if you eat a lot, the next day you'll be hungry again. So eat as less as you can, and that way you don't feel hungry.
Well, thank you very much for educating us on Ramadan.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Join us at 4 o'clock today, where we have the full news roundup with Tyler Morell and Lizzie McAllen.
Wow.